Easy RC hacks are always great to have in your playbook. They're good to know even if you don't need to use them. Sometimes these hacks are great for when you just have no other options available, some help you save money, and sometimes they help you from ruining your components. That's why today we're gonna go over 3 really easy hacks you can do with your RC. Now, although no RC cars were harmed in the making of this video, I am a bit of the jealous type. How could you do this to me? I told you. I didn't want him playing with you. Hack number 1. If you ever find yourself in the situation where maybe you need to extend some wire longer, or maybe you have too much wire and need to cut some out, these little splice tubes are a great way to splice together 2 wires without the use of a soldering iron. All you need is a little heat. Simply strip back a little of the insulation off your wires, stick those wires in the correct size tube for your wire gauge, and then apply heat. You can use a heat gun, a torch, or a flamethrower. No, sorry, that's a typo. Flamethrower, definitely not recommended. You can also use a lighter, although the sleeve will turn black from soot. At the center of this sleeve, we have a pre-fluxed solder ring, and then the colored markings on the end is a melting adhesive that, when this melts on the wires, creates a waterproof seal. Now, normally it's not recommended to be splicing in extra pieces of wire and having too many solder points because it causes resistance in the circuitry, which equals heat. But the nice thing about these solder sleeves is that when we tested them, they have no more resistance than a solid piece of wire had versus having this connected in the middle. And that's why these splice sleeves are a great RC hack. Carry these with you, leave them in your shop. They're great for the fly field when you go out bashing, whether you're doing surface or air RC. And they can also be used around the house or your shop or your garage. They're really inexpensive and they're available in 3 different sizes. Hack number 2. Often, RC guys are buying accessories to drop weight from their car or truck, but sometimes you need to add a little weight.
Trying to bulk up.
Let's say you have an RC crawler and you want to add some weight to the lowest point of the chassis to keep those CGs down. Well, liquid gravity can help you out. Liquid gravity is essentially a bottle that contains 240 grams worth of really tiny weighted balls that can fit almost anywhere. This stuff is so awesome and most people have never even heard of it. So, for example, we're gonna take this Axial SCX-10 skid plate that weighs 22 grams, add liquid gravity in all of the empty cavities, smooth out the top so it's nice and flush, and then add thin CA glue to lock it all in place. And boom! We've just turned that scrawny 22 gram skid plate into this fat, beefy, 44-gram mega skid plate. That's 100% weight gain at the absolute lowest point on the crawler chassis. Not only will that extra weight help your tires stay right side down, but now you can go brag to your friends about how clever you are. Hey, come take a look here, see. Wow, would you look at that? Liquid gravity works in all sorts of situations and applications. It doesn't have to be with just crawlers. It's really just up to your creativity of where to put it and how to use it. And if you're crafty with a 3D printer, you can 3D print a little cavity in almost any size or shape that you can imagine to fit your need, and then fill that with liquid gravity, and you've just made a custom weight. Hack number 3. Our third and final RC hack is perhaps the least expensive of them all, but can save you potentially hundreds of dollars in failed electronics. Let's say you're out bashing around with your RC and you're like, hey, look over there. It's a big pile of sand to drive my car in. Do not do it until you've done this first. Take a little tape, like duct tape, Gorilla tape, whatever you have will probably work, and take a little piece and apply it to the hole on the inside of your wheel. Normally, these little holes are there to help your tire, and the foam insert inside ventilate the air. This is great and normal, but when you drive your RC in sand with those exposed holes, sand will get into the wheel and go through those holes and then get inside the tire, where it will stay and not escape. And when it collects inside your tire, all you're doing is filling your tires with weight. Sometimes a lot of weight. As if driving in sand wasn't already hard on your RC, sand-logged tires are almost a sure way to fry your electronics. Now, if you use this hack and you apply tape to those wheels, once you're done in the sand, you can just peel that tape back off the wheel so your tire and foam can ventilate. But just keep in mind, whenever you drive in sand, you want to make sure to cover up and plug those inside wheel vent holes. Here's a tip. A good alternative way to ventilate your tires is to use a little hole punch and pop a little hole through the actual rubber tire before you glue your tires. Or if you have pre-mounted tires, you can take the round tip of a hot soldering iron and then you can burn a little hole right into the rubber tire that way. Or you can use a flamethrower. No, sorry, another typo. Don't use a flamethrower. No, that's not recommended. If you guys have any good RC hacks, let us know in the comment section. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it and be sure to subscribe. I'm Brett from AMain Hobbies. Oh, it's okay. I wasn't really gonna hurt you. What's that? Yeah, I'll take you out later. Yeah.